Assalamu alaikum, hello to entire world. This is the president of WomenpreurePakistanOrganization, organization, and this is the series of Empower Hour, in which we always invite those ladies who inspire the world and make a difference. Her story of entrepreneur journey does matter. So we are supporting all the entrepreneurs who are around the world and want to showcase us themselves with us. We are there to help them, to support them. So today we have an inspiring guest who is a relationship coach and a very beautiful person as well, all the way from Germany. Her name is Coach Jenny White. Yes, turn on the cameras, girls. We have another person who's like standing by with us. The inspiring woman from Pakistan is VP, Vice President of Womenpreneur Pakistan, Miss Shirin Khan. Miss Shirin Khan is not only my friend, but also she's doing wonders in connection. So we all are doing a global network, making a network to make stronger the vibe, more stronger, because all the women are standing together, no matter what continent they're living, but we are there. We are going to connect with them and make a positive vibe that we support each other. Thank you so much, Jenny, for coming over here. I would like you to introduce yourself. And the very first question of the interview is, how and when did you start this journey of empowering women? Why, what inspired you?
Gosh, this is really, really interesting. Thank you very much, first of all, for the opportunity to talk to you, beautiful women. I absolutely love networking with women all over the world. What you created is truly amazing. So Irum and Shirin, thank you so much, first of all. So introducing myself. So how do I do this? So my name is Jenny White. I am originally from Berlin, Germany, but live now in the beautiful Cornwall in the UK. So I'm a female entrepreneur, as you can see, and I'm also a relationship coach and a qualified therapist. So I'm a psychological therapist. It's really interesting because every time somebody asks me, when did that actually happen? When did you decide to do what you want to do? I think we are niching down constantly. And often we have gifts we don't even know about. We think it's normal until somebody's pointing that out, right? So from a very, very early age, I realized that being feminine is slightly different than being masculine. Sounds really, really, really strange. But I grew up in a family where substance misuse was present. So my stepdad was a really functioning alcoholic, and my mom was very, very codependent. And I could see how she really stepped into her masculinity and really exhausted herself on every single level, because the masculine was very wounded in my family. They were not really present. And I think it's, happened to quite a lot of families, knowingly or unknowingly. And my mom, unfortunately, developed breast cancer. And she hid that from the family. Her codependency was so strong that she was too scared to go for treatment. And unfortunately, she passed away in September 2015. I knew from her diagnosis in 2007 that I wanted to change my life completely, because that was a big shocker. I knew I grew up in a family where masculinity was wounded, femininity was very masculine, and what that can do. I was like an observer, you could call it like this. I was an observer of seeing how wounded femininity works too, right? So I knew something, my mom was stage 4 breast cancer, which means it's terminal. So she lived for another 8 years, which is a miracle in itself. And I knew something has to change. I didn't want that my mom's illness and death is for nothing, that she doesn't die in vain, literally, right? So I decided in 2007, I was sitting down and decided I will change my life, and I re-studied to become a psychological therapist. That's what I've done. because before I was a banker. I was actually in the banking industry for a short period of time. So I didn't like it. I did it because my mom said, oh, you are so clever and this is so great and everything like that. So I was one of the youngest the youngest college students for the banking industry in Germany. So I was like, at that time I applied when I was 15, when I was 16, I wasn't going to banking college. So one of the youngest apprentices. So that was interesting. So my mom was very proud to change that all. She was like really, really shocked about it. So 2007, I was sitting down, how do we do it? How do you do it? I started to restudy, and I worked for a while. When I finished becoming a psychological therapist, I worked for a while with families who suffered from substance misuse, right? So either they had somebody who had substance misuse or suffered from codependency. And in 2015, when my mom closed her eyes, I knew I need to do something. I need to go self-employed, because I was working to them with so many women also who suffered severely from codependency, that I identified that as a feminine wound, that they're acting from their masculinity. And then I quit my job in 2016. I left in 2016, and 2017 I created Strong Heart Awakening, my company.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. So this is something like, it's already an inspiring one that you have just told us your story, that how did you start it from the college, from banking accountancy, and then junior apprentice, and then to the coaching. That's amazing. You're a woman who stood up, and I am very proud of you. So the next question that I'm firing at you is what you were doing before coaching. That you already told me, but when did you realize that you can be the coach? That also you answered. So you just answered in precise that in 2017 I started the coaching. Yes.
Yes. So it's, yeah, I mean, we grow into it. We know something has to change. I think when we grow and accept our challenges in life, and we all have burdens. We have all things where we think, I don't want to have that. Why is life throwing that at me? And it's scary. It's really, really scary. And I'm a big believer that we accept that challenge. You go full into the storm. You are not going around the storm. You're not avoiding the storm. Sometimes we need to go full on in and go through it and learn out of it, because you will get so many tools. And I realized that because in my family, I was all of a sudden the adult. We were 4 children, right? 4 children, 2 adults, and I felt I had to organize it all. And I stood very much in my masculinity at that time. And I was like, this is exhausting. This is so wrong. This is so exhausting. And I always had the gift that I could stand in front of people easily and explain to them, share a story, explain to them, explain the learning outcome. So I learned that. So women actually would listen to me, right? And say, tell me, how did you get through this, Jenny? How do you actually can still smile? How are you still alive, right? So it's really, I'm a big believer that any burden, any bad stuff that happens to you in your life, yes, can maybe kill you, but it can make you stronger too. So you can actually choose. Do you want, is it defeating you, or will it make you stronger? So it's a mindset to decide. And I know it can be so difficult at times. And that's
amazing. Because it's all we need is to, gather ourselves and look around yourself, look inside you, explore your talent, and then you can come with, if you have a positive energy and a positive vibe, then you can make a difference like you are. So I would like to request Ms. Shireen to ask the question, as 2 questions you're going to ask and 2 I'm going to ask, the equally, gender equality and many other equalities I am following. So yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So, Jerry, what are your top 3 pillars?
Yeah.
yeah, my top 3 pillars in treating people. So I believe we can create fulfilling relationships as women when we stand in our femininity. So it's femininity.
Mm-hmm.
Then the next one is where a lot of not only women, but also men struggle with, but especially women, is how to communicate your needs, which are reflected in your standards and boundaries with confidence, but in a feminine way. So often we stand in our masculinity, and then of course creating with that true intimacy. So really being in really deep connection with ourselves. So self-love, self-worth, right, and our values. So have really a deep anchoring in ourselves, so we can actually have true connections, true intimacy with other people around us, because often we feel like we can't build connections. So this is how I work.
So true,
That's
so
amazing.
true. Because there are times when we are struggling and failing with communicating, we just shut down. So it's so difficult, and sometimes, like I see it, is we are our best kept secret even from ourselves. We don't even know who we are. So
Yeah.
it's like best kept secret from our own self.
Yes.
So it's a discovering journey. So
Totally.
yeah. So on a scale of 1 to 10, where do you see your business standing now, and in which direction are you scaling and moving?
That's interesting, right? As an entrepreneur, I could be one day I would kind of would think, oh my gosh, I'm only a 4, and oh no, today I'm an 8. So it's like really, you know, it can, you have, it's like a roller coaster. So I would say with my business at the moment, I'm a 7 to 8. I just don't, you know, really honing down on what I want. And there's always improvement, but of course you have days when nothing goes to plan, where you think, oh my gosh, this is not, I thought this would be great, and then you are at a 4, isn't it? You think, I want to give up, this is not right. But this is where we need these connections with other entrepreneurs, where we need the connection to really have that reflection in the mirror from other communities, because entrepreneurship can be lonely if you're not careful. So that's the reason why networking is important. And actually, we women are really great in it, but we are not doing it sometimes. So it's really important. The guys out there, the men, are really excellent. They're used to networking for like thousands of years, and we women, we do it in some kind of way. But yeah, it's, I would say, yeah, 7 probably.
Iram, you are muted.
So I must say that we women are way more talented than men. And we have the multitasking skill given by the God Himself. And you know what? Like, if I can do 17 things, you can also. We can run, and we can sleep, eat, drink our business. So this is what it is. This is how we, and the synergy together. Oh, it's okay. We can do it, together. Yes. Either it is in Asia or in Germany, Europe, US, Canada, wherever it is. If we, stand by together, we can make a difference. So I have one question for you: that how you're going to explain yourself in one sentence?
Oh, can you say that again? How do I explain myself?
In one sentence.
In one sentence. Okay. How do I explain myself as an entrepreneur, as a human being, as everything?
Yeah, this is what it is. I'm a multitasker. This is what the sentence actually means. So that's what it is. That's how I moved. So thank you.
Oh,
so
that's
much.
great. You know, I would actually say, and shake it a little bit up, I would think I'm a female rebel in a world where femininity has been completely distorted, and where women, unfortunately, think they have to copy men to be successful instead of diving deep into their femininity and bring that to the table. It's really interesting. So I'm actually often, when I talk about femininity and when I talk about what's feminine energy and how to stand in your queen, often women expect me to say I'm the independent woman, I don't need men, and I'm totally the opposite. I'm like healing the conversations in this world, and inviting the beautiful dance of masculinity and femininity to the table, because we have unlearned that. So I will class myself probably as a female rebel.
Rebel with a cause.
Okay.
Absolutely. Absolutely, Shireen.
We are sitting over here. We are considered to be rebels, but you know what? Like I also, respond on this one, because if he for she and she for he is a concept in the entrepreneurship. So somewhere women also need some help from men, and men also need some help from women. So we should be working together. Yes, definitely. The feminism, the power of feminism is way far more stronger than the others. So yes, I'm standing by you. And yes, Womenpreneur Pakistan is standing by you on this one. So Shireen, how about you ask her the sixth question, and then we have 5 more, and we can go to the StreamYard that people are also waiting for.
Yeah, sure. So, Jenny, what are your current resources that help you to reach your vision and beyond?
We have a mentor, isn't it? It's really important that we have mentors in our life, and I have a really fantastic mentor. Can I mention him on here?
Yes, please.
So a really fantastic mentor. Yeah, it's Philip van Houten and his Client Closer Academy. He's a really, really dear friend of mine too. And the way, we reach out for help. I think a lot of women think they have to do it all by themselves. And I don't want to reach out. It's a really big wound we carry in ourselves. And it's like reaching out also to other women, obviously. So my mentor is a man, right? But also, Shireen, we communicate on a regular basis. So it's really reaching out, having that network. And absolutely, we are multitaskers. So women can do this, men can't. Women can do this. And it's important that we have these resources to hand, so that we really ask for help, because sometimes we are stuck. Sometimes we don't know. So it's reaching out and inviting, doesn't matter, other men, women into your life who can be your mentor, your teacher, your friend, your networking partner, your accountability partner. And it's really, really important that we ask for help and receive it and accept it. That's really important. That's very feminine, by the way. Accepting the help.
Yeah, definitely. And why, Jenny, why do you want to create a global impact?
Why do I want to make an impact in general?
Global impact.
Yeah. Global impact. Hey, we need to, this is like welcome to the 21st century, where we finally can communicate worldwide with ease. And it's not expensive anymore, isn't it? Before, when you had to call a different country, you spend a lot of money. And I think we women really need to globally network a lot more. Like I said, men do this for centuries. Women really and should choose to really, really need to network globally, because we can help the world holistically. We women are, a powerful force too. Femininity is not that you are helpless, and it's needed in this world. Gosh, it's needed, and it's globally, we can do so much more. And often we talked about that before, Shireen. We are human beings. We all have something in common, and we have similar dreams and similar struggles and similar, worldviews, more similar than you think. And even if we don't have that, we need to add that to our holistic kind of view, so that we can become really, more empathetic, more understanding, more feminine. It's really going into really creating that global queendom for us, right?
Yeah, exactly. Instead of having a separate walls of this is a man's world and this is a woman's world. We are like sort of merging that up, and we are looking at each
Yes.
other as human beings.
Yes, indeed. So, without wasting any time, we should ask you another question because we are time limited. But yes, definitely, we're gonna ask you all the questions that we can. So, what are the
Sure.
success you can tell a woman to follow? And for example, what not to do when running this business, a coaching business or whatever your business your is. Like, I just wanted to know the success tips that you want to give to some other woman who is following you.
So first of all, that's probably for women is don't overthink. Don't think because you're a woman, you have nothing to bring to the table, right? Definitely. Do not copy man. A lot of women, I've seen this in the banking industry. I've seen it even as a coach or therapist. Often women think they have to become very masculine, very demanding, very, chasing goals. And hey, I do this. I know this. Shireen knows this. Sometimes I'm like in this doer mode too. We do. That's very masculine. Lean back. It's really leaning back and also resting, so we can bring so much beauty to this world in different in companies worldwide and organizations worldwide, and teaching them the female way on maybe managing, even though that is in itself contradictory, because usually like leading and everything is a very male masculine trait. But women have to bring to the table beautiful stuff like really highlighting talents, building up confidence in people. We are better in that. Yeah, so we can highlight talents and potential. This is something what we as women leaders can do. And success is also, it's like really ask for help and receive help. I can't highlight that enough. Often a lot of entrepreneurs or women do the mistake. They think they have to do it all. They have to do family, they have to do, housework, they have to do running a business, and they juggle all these different things. It's how you communicate your needs. It's like really understanding and inviting your family, your partner, whoever's in your life on this journey and receiving the help, because often they want to help. Often they want to protect us, and it's really receiving the help. That's success. It's not thinking you have to do it on your own. Join a network group, join a group of women, join a group of mixed people, right? Receive the help. It's so important. Network, definitely network.
You're so amazing, Jenny, because we were about to ask you 3 or 4 more questions and you have already answered them all. So we'll come to our question number 13, Iram. I think over to you. Ask her question number 13.
What do you think about the impact Womenpreneur Pakistan organization is creating globally? What do you think about it?
Gosh, you ladies are amazing. It's like you're global. You're really kicking butt in the best possible way, isn't it? It's like I love, and I said that to Shireen, I said that to Shireen before. We need to really globally connect with each other to have a holistic view, yeah, and to really heal our femininity worldwide. It's so important. And I think you ladies, what you do is just mind-blowingly amazing. You connect people, you encourage women in your part of the world and worldwide to actually step forward.
Yeah, that's what Iram said.
Yes, thank you.
I want to give the voice and platform to women, and that's she lives by her words. That's something I really love about her.
I want to add that Shireen and me are the people who think alike, who wanted to help people, especially women, to explore themselves, and then we want them to uplift their businesses or yourself or anything personally or professionally. So we just wanted to, we started this journey. Before that, there was another series which was called the Support and Entrepreneur series. But now I think it's time, thank you to the pandemic, though it is not a very good thing to happen to this world, but when there are some benefits and when there are some bad things about it, but if you take it positively and you take the advantage to reach out and you speak out and let the world know what you really want, that's how they get to know, and they're there somehow. After some time you'll get the solution of your question. So if you don't ask, it will stay in you. So this is what my point of view on this one. And Jenny, you're an amazing soul, and what you're doing is really impacting the environment, the global, the world. What I can say, any word that I can use, that you're not only a pretty girl, but also a girl with brain, which is like so amazing. And you're empowering women, and we respect you. Like, we honor you on this one. We are standing by you, and we're doing so much good. So Shireen, the next question is yours.
Yeah. So the thing is, my next question is that Jenny was saying that for the women of our part of the world, she is offering a program. She has designed a program especially for women of this part, because the programs that she does range from $300 and onwards. So for people on our side of the world, she has come up with something. Over to you, Jenny. Please tell us about it.
Yes, of course. I have a masterclass. Usually I run regularly every 2 months. And I have a masterclass. It's called Standing in Ukraine. It's like really understanding what feminine energy is, what your feminine wound is, how to really enrich your life by standing in your femininity. And it's usually a 3-hour masterclass, and comes with a really great workbook where I teach women exactly that. And I am absolutely open and set a date with you when's the best for 10 to 15 beautiful women, 10 to 15 beautiful women in your part of your world to take part of that for far reduced price. So you can actually really learn that. And so we can heal and grow together.